When I first came to Queen's, I was very nervous because I just came to a new environment. But then joining boarding, I think that made everything easier for me, especially my house friend, Miss Elliott. She helped me, she showed me around, she showed me to some of the girls, and they were really nice to me, so I felt comfortable already without even going to school yet.
I remember on the first day, I refused to get out of the car. I was so nervous starting at a new place, especially coming from a state school. After I'd done the day and I got back in the car with my mum afterwards and I knew I was going to be happy here.
And in my lessons as well, I do textiles, drama and DT. All of the teachers there are really nice, and any support you need, they're going to give it to you. They're not worried about, putting more time into you than they need to, because they always will.
My choice of A-levels was really important for me because I've known for quite a while what I want to do in the future. Take me into the performing arts industry. I chose English literature, music and drama.
Actually, I chose biology, chemistry, mathematics and textile because I'm going to do jobs connect with medicine, so I think science is actually really important subject for me to choose. For textile, I just feel I really enjoy doing art in Queen's, and the teachers are really support me in every ways.
Lockdown was really interesting because we went from personally doing very long days because I chose to study here in the evening to having no time at school, but we still had a full timetable, and the fact that we were able to connect with the teachers so much on a virtual scale meant that by the time we got back after the lockdown, we didn't feel behind at all.
We had lots of online lessons, so we still had the interaction between our teachers. So this meant that if we didn't understand something, it was really easy to get the answers and find out what we could do better and improve on.
During lockdown, straight away there was a plan for kind of how everything was going to run, which helped a lot. I was worried that maybe I might slip and fall out of routine, but straight away we were into the lessons all day. And somehow we even managed to get ahead of schedule in some of our lessons.
And from the start of lockdown, that's when everything happened. The coronavirus, the Black Lives Matter protests, and it was a lot. And during the online lessons, I felt more acknowledged. I felt more noticed that it was being talked about, and other people wanted to learn about it, to be educated. So I felt that was needed. I felt good about that.
I feel very lucky that we had such a good online provision over the summer. I have friends in other places and they really struggled over the summer term because they didn't have as much. We had live lessons, we could speak to our teachers, it was two-way. I feel like we're in a really good position for the exams in the summer.
We have some workshop just for if you got some problem with the prep and the test, and then they will help you through, and then if you still can't understand it, he'll very patient and then give you more time to find out.
It kind of felt like a natural progression going from 11 to 12. It's been the same all the way through. You've got to a point where you feel like you're ready to move on.
Yeah, there's loads of support in sixth form, especially when you're kind of feeling down. There is always someone to tell in the school, especially when you're in sixth form. You have more you get a bit more personal with some of the teachers, and you always have someone that you kind of just get on with, and it's more friendly, and just much more personal experience.
Definitely, they always say it's about education, for the individual. I really feel I've had the individual support to help me. My timetable is completely different to anyone else's. Extracurricular activities, you can choose what it is that you want to do. You get a lot more choice and a lot more freedom in the sixth form. So it definitely is personal to you.
I do art, business and French.
I do feel stress and feel a little bit busy during the start of the term of A-level, because I think it's really jumped from compare with the GCSE, but I do a really good time manage.
The process of applying for further education's been really interesting. I've known what I want to do for quite a long time, and so the teachers were able to guide me towards the relevant support for my different applications. I've had to go through UCAS Conservatoire and some private applications, and they've been so different, but the support's enabled me to juggle them all at the same time.
So I've had to work on a lot of aspects. It's taught me about how to keep a good work-life balance, because obviously there's a lot of pressure sometimes to keep everything going, but I found ways to unwind and also turn on when it's needed, as well as my public speaking's come on. That wasn't always a strong point, but I feel like I've become better at addressing groups of people or on the spot, and just learning how to lead people of all different ranges of personalities and ages.
Being head of house has given me like really important leadership skills, which have been really good, because in the future it will help me for like leading groups and being able to speak and address different types of people. So being able to talk to different age groups has been really important for me.
My experience is quite good because when I first came here, I'm not good at English and I don't know like every sentence. How to say it? Some words in a certain subject, but teachers keep helping me, and then I get better grades right now. So yeah, they really very helpful in supporting students.
Well, any teachers that would have known me in year 7 would know I was terrified of reading out loud, because I just hated it, and it filled me with fear every time. And I had a lot of support from the student support and learning development to help with that. So now, I mean, there's a recording of me for Remembrance Day, for Founders Day. I'm a lot more confident speaking and reading out loud. And also, we're working with the situation at the moment to do lots more filming and recording. It's given me a lot of opportunities to get more involved in the school with the leadership team.
The chance to lead is definitely good. I'm head of my house in sixth form. There's loads of things we can keep doing even in COVID. All sorts of house events that we're keeping in our separate bubbles in Queens.
I feel like the Ivy House Awards complemented my future ambitions quite well, learning from what CEOs go through on a daily basis and what they might use to help kind of navigate through the changing environment. I've been able to pick up on different things, just such as interviewing, meeting new people.
I know it's cliche, but I really do feel like it's a family in sixth form. The 2 years in the sixth form centre become almost like one, and there's not a lot of differentiation between the upper sixth and the lower sixth.
I don't work the best at home, so I found the environment provided here is a lot more helpful for doing work after school, and staying for tea really gets my head straight in the evening.
Well, for me, I found that having frees and like study periods have been really useful, because then I've had more of a chance to do all my schoolwork in those times, so that after school I can do co-curriculars and focus on like my outside of school life.
As someone who struggles to focus with studying at home, I'm able to continue my prep and my coursework later on into the evening.
I first realised that university wasn't my first choice in year 10 when the school organised for us to go to a careers convention, and I just got really interested in the idea of an apprenticeship in accountancy.
Having sixth form with the 2 years, you just find that you get along with like pretty much everyone, just because they're always there, so you always have someone you can talk to, and also the teachers being so integrated with the students, it just means that you never find that you've got a problem you can't talk to someone about.
Since joining sixth form, I've really mixed with a different group of people, whether that's the older year or just outside of my comfort zone, meeting new people. Obviously, a lot of people leave and come, so you've had to kind of meet different personalities and get to know them.
Since I become a year 13, quiet room is more important to me, and it is better because some people want to social, but some people want to just quiet and study silently. So it is more useful to have a quiet area. Like people came from many countries, and then it's quite good experience because you can feel the different cultures and then taste different different food from different culture, and then yeah, it's quite fun.
In sixth form, I found it really great that there's just so many opportunities that you can take. So for me, I find co-curricular really important. So outdoor pursuits and sport and music, and I just find that the teachers are just always there to help you to do your best and encourage you to try new things.
I started on a Thursday, and on the Saturday we were already in doing auditions for the senior school play.
There are so many opportunities for extracurricular things. I mean, there's hockey, there's outdoor pursuits, performing arts, music. I mean, there's something for everyone to get involved with.
I did quite a lot of co-curricular activities, mostly sport. I loved my rugby, I love my hockey, and there are constantly things you can always be doing, sports-wise, drama-wise. Yeah, it's just a long list of things. Yeah, there's all sorts you can do. There's no limitations on how fit you need to be to do them or anything like that. Anyone can just go ahead and join in. It's very inclusive. But yeah, there's a wide range of things you can do. There's some fun stuff as well.
I do yoga for at least 1 time a week, and I also do badminton. But badminton is the only sport I do. I also do dance on Thursday, but I'm not really good at it. But I enjoy the times I spend on doing it.
Flexibility with subjects. I've changed my mind a fair few times now, but the staff have been so helpful in helping me change around so that I can do what I'd like to do.
We're doing our charity of the Royal British Legion as our Barnacourt House charity. I'm one of 2 heads of our house, and basically what we're doing, we're going through making assembly for the Royal British Legion to try and get lots of raisings for the charity, and it also just having some fun games, some cake sales, things like that, just all sorts of things to get everyone included in on it. So it's not just a one house event, we can have the whole school involved. So yeah, it just shines a bit of light on our house and on the charity as well.